Hi everyone, this is Triple Valve 62 at the depot saying welcome today and welcome to the first in a series of train simulation driver's eye views we're going to be doing. This is a new thing for the channel, thanks to Bandicam software. We're going to be looking at the train simulator content and certainly routes that I think will be interesting to look at and excuse me, and very unique. Anyways, we're at North Woolwich today, somewhere in the 1980s, and it looks pretty abandoned and run down, and this is probably when it was closed, I think before the end of service. But I remember this place during the early 80s when it was a static museum, and they had a Peckett loco around about here. And if we go down to where the old turntable used to be, there was a 040 coffee pot type loco in black that used to sit on the turntable, nice and shiny, but nothing inside, unfortunately. And it really was a sad. It was kind of an interesting place, but also sad because nothing was ever got running in steam. Even the short little section of track between North Woolwich, for example, and Silvertown, they were proposing to get a steam service in operation, but it never happened. Anyway, so this is the add-on you can get. So if you've got Train Simulator 2017 and you've got the North London line route, you can get this download for the North Woolwich section absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a penny. So this is what I got. This is the downloaded extension for the North London line route, and as you can see, it's not bad. You've got the North Woolwich ferry over there in the foreground with the docks area. The road layout isn't fantastic, but you can, again, the great thing about Train Simulator 2017, you can build your own buildings and stuff on it to add on to it, so you can always customize it as best you can. So we've got a Class 313 here, as you can see, this beastie here. And the colour's not bad. It's Silverlink stroke London Overground route, but I don't know why they put London Overground on there, because it never actually became part of the Overground route when they closed it. So what I like about the 313 is it's dual voltage and it's exactly identical to the Class 315, which I remember from my early days from joining the railway in '93. I used to be the regular man at Lincoln Road Crossing near Enfield Town, and I used to get the empties stop work in the morning from Liverpool Street around about 5:10, and knew the driver quite well. He was a Chingford man, and if I used to catch his train, I'd sit up the front in the chair and he'd let me take it all the way down to Enfield. And so I loved the 315s. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get on to some driving. So first of all, let's get inside the rear cab, and we're going to set up for the tail lights on the end. So first of all, let's just switch. There we go, there's the front cab, and I'll just take you around the Class 313 inside so we can have a little look at the inside of the train. It's quite impressive actually in terms of detail. I know the Armstrong Powerhouse one is a little bit better maybe, but I think this is not too bad. It's got loads of functional stuff on it. So if you start with over here with the driver's side window, I love it because look, you can pull the window down. Woohoo! And if we move round the other way, oop, where's it going? Oh, blimey, is that in there? Aha. So if we look that way and you press the right arrow that indicates to go over to the second side, you can look behind the driver's seat and you can see all the various bits and pieces. Actually are quite interactive. For example, you've got some detonators there, 2 red flags, which is nice. I'm not sure if they've got any track circuit operating clips somewhere. Somewhere I'd imagine they're hiding. But all these things here you can play with. You can, as you can see, you can touch these. So look, the key goes in there when you turn it over. Alright, flick it back, and all these switches here you can play with. Now it's the autumn time, so it might be a bit chilly, so let's put the cab and vestibule heaters on. Not sure you can do that, probably not. Nah, what a shame. Anyway, let the passengers freeze, we don't care. Okay, lighting set, auxiliary set. Yeah, see, there's quite a few things here, as you can see, that you can actually physically, using your mouse, you can actually flick and play with. So that's pretty cool, but this is what I like. This is really good. If I put it back to the driving position, the view ahead, if we swing round the other way, right, this is a nice touch, I think. You can open the door, and if we again come out the other way. You go on to the second man side. Take you a little tour around here. So they've really got this quite nicely done. I think so. And like I said, it's exactly the same as the inside cab of a 315. Exactly identical. The layout and everything. Exactly as I remember them. And you've got the emergency ladder there. Another ladder there. B-training ladder. Bits and pieces there. And obviously if you was putting this under the guard's control, you've got the doors that do, I think these do function at some point. No, they don't. But anyway, it's still good. I like that. Very good. Okay. We've got little things like this down here. TPWS isolation switch. Now then, if we go back over, and the first thing we're going to do is actually, before we shut the doors, let's have a look at some switches in the cab here. Let's just see what's what. So, looking at these, we've got cab light. What we've got here. What does that do? Destination lights. Ooh. What else we got? Instrument lights. Oh, that turns that off. You want to put those on actually. Bring that in a little bit closer. We'll whack those on. There we go. What's this one here? We got tail lights. I'm just really exploring this cab. That's the idea of it. Just finding out what does what. And there is a vestibule light, believe it or not, that lights up that vestibule light up there. That does come on. There's a separate switch for that, which I think is really good. But anyway, let's get this beastie on the road, shall we? Right, shut the door. So the first thing we got to do is we got to set everything up. So first of all, let's put it in forward. We get an AWS warning. Knock that out. Sunflower comes up. Put the brake into step 1. And we'll open the door, shall we? You can just hear those sliding off earshot. Put the front lights on. Okay. It's important that you hit this button, set and reset. Give that a few. Because what happens, I found out, if you don't hit that enough times or hit it sufficiently, then you don't get no juice. Nothing moves. Right, ready to rock and roll then. Stratford, here we come. Come on, mate, give us a bell. Could have got a Tesco's in the back by now. There we are. Right. Actually, let's take the brakes off, shall we? There we go. Right, let's put it in step 2, shall we? Now it's 15 out of here, so there's a 15 board just outside, so we'll shut off around about now. Now I'm hearing the audio for this through my my iPhone earbuds, and it sounds pretty good. It's got a nice whir to the fans, and the motors sound good. Again, some people different. They like the Armstrong Powerhouse versions, and I've seen that on the YouTube. The SNES looks pretty good, but I think this is not bad. This is Train Simulator's version 2017. Like I said, you're seeing it in action, so let me know what you think. I think it's quite good actually. Look at the veg! Look at the veg! That's a reference to my mate Mark Chandler. Mark, if you're watching this, shout out to you, buddy. And hope you like this as well. Do you know what, guys? This is how I remember the North Woolwich section very vividly as a kid. Being neglected and overgrown like this. It was just a very uncared for line. and it was sad because it struggled to operate, and it done well to last out when it did. And I think the game has really reproduced it quite well. Apologies for the graphics. I haven't got the greatest of graphics card, but it's playable. So I'm sure you guys have got something better out there. But anyway, I'm enjoying it. So that's the thing. The idea is this video to show you the route and show you what's what. So you might want to go out and get the same thing. And also, if you're a Great Eastern fan like myself, this is a definitely must-have edition. Right, it's 30 now, so we can wind up to 30. So let's notch it up to 4. I tell you what, it's the autumn season that I've selected for the gameplay. I tell you what, they need to get the P way down there and do some serious vegetation clearance. It's well thick, isn't it? Look over in both cesses, it's absolutely overgrown. Right, we're shut off. So this is Silvertown, and what I like on the left, you've got all the industrial buildings related to Silvertown industrial area, particularly the Tate and Lyle Sugar Works, also in this area, and also you've got the Royal Albert Docks, historic Royal Albert Docks as well, which was accessed by this line, and the infamous Connaught Tunnel as well. You'll see that in a bit. That is great. This is. I just love the rustic, overgrown feel to it. It's really good. So as you can see, driving wise, it's pretty simple. You've got a dead man controller, brake on the left, and a selector key in the middle. Very identical to the 321s, 455s as well. 415s are pretty similar, and also similar to the VEP units as well. Oh, I better add some brake, hadn't I? Waffling away, I forgot the brakes. Ah! Don't worry. Whoa, girl. Whoa, girl. Now do you? Alright, let's open the doors. And what I love about this is that if you select that one there, Silvertown, they've even got the buildings pretty half right as well. Internet cafe in Silvertown. No, I don't believe that for a start. He looks a bit dodgy, doesn't he? Where's he going? He just walked through the wall! Alright, come back. You ain't paid your fare. Dodgement. You see that? He went straight through that wall without paying his fare. I hate you, butler. Come back here. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Oh, is he going to do one on the track? What do you reckon? Tell you what, I'm phoning the BTP about him. Well dodgy. Meanwhile, 5 hours later, we're still waiting for the guard to close the doors at the rear of the train. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, hello. There's movement at the rear of the train. Compressors, nice. Could we have the bell, please? Oh, there we are. Thank you very much. The step tool. Now, because you've got quite a sufficient drop going down a ramp, as it were, into the Connaught Tunnel. It's 30 along here, so what I'll do, I'll let it go down a little bit, and then what we'll do, we'll shut off. I'll show you. If we shut off now, then we'll just let her roll. It's only a 3 car, but But the force of gravity here works quite well, as you'll see. I love the little semaphore there on the left hand side embankment wall. If I remember rightly, there was one on this side as well, on a bracket post there used to be. So now going into the Connaught tunnel. I think Crossrail are bringing this back into use. I think. Hopefully they're going to be doing that. I think they are actually. I read somewhere, I saw somewhere they're going to be doing that. Well, let's give her a little bit of break. Step 1, like I said, gravity assists the train's acceleration, so let's drop that out. As you can see, the illumination works pretty well with the dash instruments in the dark. So we're just letting it coast through here at the moment, because the speed restriction is 30. As you can see, 30. When you get up to Custom House shortly, it's 40. Now in a moment, when we come out the other end, out the London end of the tunnel, it's quite a steep incline as you climb up towards Custom House. So we're going to need to use a little bit of traction in a minute. Oh, it's gone dark. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm not going to put the cab lights on. It'll blow up quick. Okay, so is anyone about? Right, the needle's going down now, so we'll have to give it a little bit of... give it some. She's struggling, as you can hear. She's struggling. It's only a little 3 car. I bet if this was an 8. I would imagine in real life, approaching the incline on an icy day or in the winter when you had snow or frost on the rails would be an absolute joke, I reckon. Right, them sanders would be going 2 to a dozen, I reckon. Right, put it in step 1. Because in a minute we got a little crossover on the approach to Custom House on the level. And although it's a 30-mile-an-hour crossover, in reality I take that at about between 20 and 15. More so 15. Be a little bit gentle on the train and also the people inside. Got on to spill their Starbucks coffee now, do we? So here we are approaching Custom House. I don't know what's custom about it. I think custom poverty, perhaps. It's well known that this area town was always very run down, very underprivileged. But I think with any underprivileged area, there's character there, character in the places and characters in the people that you can't get anywhere else. And to me that is completely valuable. What I like about this route as well is it gives you the option, like I said, you can see the area how it used to be before it was redeveloped, certainly before the Jubilee line extension and that came along. And that's how I remember it, so it's purely nostalgia as well. And also, if you out there that remember the route as well in real life like I do, you might agree with me. Oh, we finally got a green signal. Right, so we just come to the approach now. Stick it in step 1. It's like the Cray twins over there, doesn't it? Just passing by. It's Ronnie and Reggie. What are they doing now? I'm not going to go any further. It's only a 3 car. Right. Open my doors. So the butcher's outside. What's going on? Oh, he's just gone. Come on, mate. What are you doing? You getting on or not? Oh, hello. Mark Fowler. What's he doing? He just walked through the wall. Oh, that's not right. He just vanished. You see that? Wow. I'm quite unnerved now. I might have to have a lie down. Meanwhile, I've already gone on Facebook, done a Twitter post, done several YouTube uploads. Oh, he's actually closed the doors. Actually, I was waiting for what I was waiting for. So I could have gone to Tesco's and back by the time he closed them doors. Oh, you missed it. You missed it, mate. You missed it. You missed it, mate. And I ain't opening the doors again. I'm off. Right, let's go. Right, like I said, there's a 40 along here, so we can wind it up actually. Stick it in notch 4, which is parallel, or weak field. I think on the 313s and the 315s, notch 3 was parallel, and notch 4, the final inch, was weak field, I think. I always class it as parallel. That's it. We'll get up a fair lick along here. 35 on the speedo. 40 shutting off. Any green fly on the window, you can just hit the V key on your keyboard and it will clean your windows for you. So the next stop approaching on our route here is going to be Canning Town. As you can see, when you gets to double track compared to the single line leaving North Woolwich, the vegetation is quite minimal. You've got the gas holders up there of West Ham area, Victoria Park. It's quite nice. Now in a minute you're going to get an AWS advancement for the 25 up at Canning Town flyover bridge. There's the advancement board for the 25 up there. In a minute you should get an AWS, which you should get around about now. That's it, knock that out. Right, stick it in step 1. So when you see the 25 board there, it doesn't mean the 25 is exactly there. It's an advancement. The yellow ones are an advancement for the the speedboard ahead of that speedboard in advance, hence the word advancement. So I'll get down to 25, and as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, directly in front of us we have the lovely Canning Town flyover. Okay, we stick it in step 1. You want to hit the platform roughly at 15. Right, so as you can see, this is way before the Docklands Light Railway, and they put the Jubilee line in and everything like that, so it's way before that. Oh, that's a 415 coming in the other side. That sounds like you've got flats on your wheels there, mate. That sounds healthy, doesn't it? Right, there we go then. Canning Town. How exciting. Right, what we'll do, open the doors. We'll just have a little look. We'll go over to the other side, on the off side. Just be nosy, see what's going on. Alright, love, you gonna get this one? Can't make up your mind. Are you going to get on it or not? Just vanished. Don't like it round here at all. Right. Right. Just waiting for our guard to close the doors. There we are. Right, line speed between here and West Ham is 40. So again, we can get a little bit of lick up on the way up to West Ham. Now, it's quite a short platform, West Ham, so you've got to judge your braking reasonably well. So I'll stick it in step 2. Stick it in step 3. There we go. Right, let's put it back in step 2. Back to step 1. There we go. Right, let's open the doors. If we step outside a minute. So this is West Ham, and this is before they put in the Jubilee line, as you can see. I think it's quite realistic. That would have been a good yard over there, I'd imagine. I've gasometer over there. And above there, you've got what was the London, Tilbury and Southend line, LTS. Well, I still call it the LTS, despite its other names it's been given. I still call that the LTS up there. And also you've got the district line running up there as well. It's the old pan. Right, let's get back in the cab. And your brakes off. This guard's well slow, isn't he? Come on, mate. What are you doing? Your crossword back there? Oh, finally. No, I think it's 40 between here and Stratford. It's 40. It is. There's a 25 just before Stratford. But our last stop is Stratford, which is the next station. Thank you for joining me today on this little journey. Hope you've enjoyed it. And like I said, graphics aren't the best because I haven't got that high-end sort of computer. But this is being played on a normal laptop, a Lenovo G70 for your information. And it's not bad. It does the job. Well, I like it anyway. Shutting off. It's shutting off there for the last time, so Now we just let the train roll down towards Stratford. Now sidings you can see to the left of the camera shot there with the buildings, that would be where is now the Jubilee Line depot, Stratford Market, and their training centre and everything there, and their tube lines buildings as well. As we go down the little ramp down towards Stratford, in a minute we'll be passing through the site of the old Stratford Market original station, which was brought back into use land-wise for the Jubilee Line recently. I was born and bred in Leytonstone, so Stratford and the East End is very familiar to me, growing up as a child. And on the approach now to Stratford, we're just going to put it in step 1, slow it down a little bit. There's an advancement in a minute for a 25 as we come in. This is a mock-up of how Stratford used to be before the Jubilee Line arrived. "25". And you've got 2 little foot crossings up here. So we'll give a little toot. Right. About 12 miles an hour. Let the train do the rest. That AWS warning is for the single yellow at the end of the platform. As you can see, we're just approaching that now. And here we are at Stratford. Right, there we are. Let's let the passengers out so they can escape. Central that. Set our rear lamps. And that's it. Job done. I'm off for a cup of tea. I think that's quite good. Anyway, until the next time, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.